Hello. Hi. It me. Turn on that. Apologies if you hear my computer fan going. It shouldn't be going as hard as it is, but who fucking knows at this point? Computers, am I right? Honestly, I really just need to start switching everything over to fucking Opera, but for Twitch, every time I log in, it seems to go like, hey, log out, okay, bye. So I don't know. So to like maintain my login info, so I'm not having to log in fucking constantly, I just keep using Google Chrome because it doesn't log me out. But um, before we get going, I did take a bunch of screenshots of stuff from FF7R. So what is this? What is this clip? Oh yeah, I know what this clip is. Okay, so I have this, which this is just the gigantic red flag, because I got to this area before the quest encounter in it. I was just like, oh my god, this is gonna be a thing. Um, so that was that, and that did end up being a thing for a quest. I really liked fighting those things. Those were cool. Um, so while I was wandering around, I ended up getting this. You can see the design in the background of for like what the flowers we picked were, which honestly that looks really good. I like that. But basically there was the cutscene that she was like, "Hey, there's a Shinra dude at the house," so that's a thing. Um, and then I took the pictures of the kids wearing the Buster swords on the back, which I thought was adorable. And then you can see all of them here. There's four of them. I was still looking for the fifth one at the time. There we go. This is the Toe King quest. I kind of really like that because just the picture of Cloud as like most people like seem to think he is like the brooding soldier. It's not really what he is, and I think that gives a little taste into that. But I really like this quote. It's like they're always on the move, looking for new adventures, chasing new dreams, all while trying to make the lives of everyone around them just a little bit better. And I'm like, that's kind of adorable. It's just trying to make sure they don't stumble and fall, and when they finally do, I help them back up. Yeah, and I did Whack-a-Box. Easily beat that minigame. I got a score of like 33,000, I think. Then there's this guy. Then there's that boss. I beat him. He was tough. Then apparently Angel's gonna rip off Don Corneo. Who the fuck knows how that's gonna go? And then there's a dead Toad King picture on the hideout wall. But I wanted to share the stuff that I did off stream a little bit. I'm gonna do all the side quests off stream just because they're really grindy. Like, there's a lot of them, and it took me like 2.5 hours to do everything. So it helps if I'm on the chat window. Hi Sivia, hi Phoenix. The scene that proves how adorable Cloud is. Indeed, Areno, it is. Hold on. No, I don't want to continue. I want to load game. We'll keep that trend up. Yeah, I don't want to lose 40 minutes. I don't know if I did anything in those 40 minutes, but... Okay, so... Some technical stuff. I upgraded all the weapons, did all the upgrading thingies. Um, in terms of actual like proficiency stuff, I did get the nail bat. I looked it up, and I'm kind of dumb, but I did. I did do the thing. I got the silver staff done. I should probably actually equip the guard stick since it's slightly better. And I don't really have anything that I would want to link right now. But I got all of the proficiencies of the stuff that I need. So, what did I get here? Mithril armlet. Okay, so it's just default. So, the one thing I do want to do before we get going is, you have fire, alright. What about Aerith? Alright, so anyone who has played this, we're gonna fight Shiva. We're gonna try. But is she weak to fire, or is it like something weird? So I'm debating on if I want to actually like get rid of lightning or wind. Use the refocus limit break. When did I get that? I don't remember putting that on. Like, legitimately, like, where did this come from? Honestly, let's... You know what? You've gotten too used to there being next to no elemental affinity in FF14. I mean, there technically isn't. I don't think anything in the game is weak to anything. And the only time you see any physical related quote-unquote types is in ARR, and I think it's only in Crystal Tower. I think even then only in like one fight. That's right. Revive is a thing. The thing is, I don't know how to check what refocus does. Let's go ahead and give you... Do I not have... Oh, that's fun. Okay, well... Let's give you... So you have magic, 150 watt... Yeah. Give you base fire. There's been a singles fight so far that has had some kind of that as a special move. Yeah, I think like they're coded in so that like they kind of have like elemental affinity, but not really, because literally all of ninjas like mudras or not mudras, ninjutsu, they all have elements, but they don't actually do anything. And I honestly wonder, do they keep it in for an immersive experience or just lazy to get rid of it? What does this do again? Strength by 5%. Kind of massively kneecap Black Mage. You're talking about Black Mage, alright? Ninja would have to prioritize, let's see, lightning, ice, water, fire, and earth. I think that's all 5 of them. There's a couple of them that are like self. There's like one that's self buff. And it's just like, if anything is resistant to lightning, it just kicks them in the face, because that's their biggest damage. It's just right on. It's just like 800 potency, bam. And then later on, they can make it like 1200. Just right out the gate.
He promised to take me to see the reactor.
I hope you will continue to help me gather vital information for
I'm
my
gonna turn
research.
it down a little bit because it feels like it's loud, but I also might just be able to hear.
Then I invite you to ready your portable battle simulator.
Oh, that's a sick looking headset. The portable version. I imagine Cloud just sitting on a bench. I tried to dodge out of the way for that.
I got your number.
Get him!
I have to, because I can't view combat information. What the heck? Oh, that's right. Lazara Thorn's block. I'm having to get back into the game here.
Bring it.
That's it!
Oh my god, my timing's off by just enough. Hold on.
Let's do it right.
Alright, let me look at this. Lesser resistances to slashing and fire. Okay, yeah.
All right. I see you. Deal with that.
Here goes!
Whatever.
Oh no.
Get fired up! Yeah! That's it! Go on! You're burning up! I'm trying, but I can't. Get him!
Oh, that just hits you. Alright.
This might be it.
I got it. Let's do this.
Actually, hold on.
Calling fire. Here we go.
One more shot!
You're mine.
This one's for you!
Jeez, I just took out a nice chunk of her HP with that.
Take the lead.
I'll show you what I can do.
Do your thing.
will hurt a lot. Ow. Epic elemental stuff, scanning element. Yeah, it does. I was more with FF14 for that.
Okay.
Nice.
Was never in doubt.
Freaking cross slash just obliterated her, I guess.
Outstanding! The Shiva summoning materia is complete. And now it's yours. Use it as you see fit. The Lady of Frost is the perfect companion for a man like you, Cloud. She will prove most useful
I
when the time
might have
comes
missed
to
that.
destroy Shinra.
I just wanted to get that cutscene out of context.
I look forward to receiving all of your future battle intel submissions.
Alright, so we don't have any more battle intel to do, which is very nice. Hold on, what did that do? Okay, luck. I don't really think luck's much of a factor right now. But now we have 2 summons. I also have a bunch of money, so I'm actually going to go buy some stuff. I can figure out where the heck the shop is. That's materia. Items right here.
A merc, huh? See anything you like?
I think that's good enough for now.
Later.
Alright, so like the reason I didn't take it earlier, and I did gain a few levels by doing the side quests and trying to get proficiencies, but not like too many, because I don't know what level I was before I started that. But the main reason like I wanted to do that on stream is there are obviously some exceptions to this rule. I'm looking at you, FF8, with I think Diablo or Diabolos, whichever one your name is. But typically a well-designed game is not going to give you access to something that you can't do when you get it. Obviously, sometimes it'll be a bit harder than others, depending on if it's mandatory or not, but... Or, like, if you can't do it, the game would warn you. It's like, hey, I wouldn't do this right now. It's available, but I wouldn't do it unless you're really hankering for a challenge. But anyway, let's get going. I've put this off for a while. Oh my god, it's Mr. Clean! I thought we'd get farther than this, but you know.
Hello, Aerith.
What do you want?
Haven't seen him before. He your new boy toy?
He's my bodyguard, if you must know.
Wait a minute. Those eyes. Is he the one who beat
Those
up Reno?
eyes.
And what if I am?
Need to cross my T's, dot my I's, that's all.
I half expected him to go, good job, and then leave.
Cloud, leave him be. Rude's not a bad person, really.
No, I'm not bad. But like it or not, I sometimes have to do bad things.
I love his voice, though. Like, holy crap.
Don't take it personal.
If you hear any echoes, let me know. I can turn it down a bit since I can hear it better now.
You Turks are all the same. All bark, no bite.
You'll want to talk.
Ugh, I couldn't block in that.
Let's do this.
Okay. I was stupid to think I could block that. Can you stop?
Leave us alone.
No.
Can't you leave us alone? No.
Anytime.
Oh. 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 Sir, that's really dangerous. I'm so glad Aerith wasn't nearby with the sword spinning around and around.
Get him. Here goes.
Soldier.
First
Why
class.
don't you lead the way? I'll take care of you.
Alright, let's see what assess gives us.
I got your number.
Weakness is wind. Shit.
All right.
Get him. I'll show you what I can do. Go on.
Pay attention.
I always get rid of the weakness I need.
Jittery? It's your turn.
My turn. Here it comes. You're done.
This one's for you.
Ah, come on.
Okay then.
So, you had enough yet?
He's got another pair.
I don't believe that I have.
Just stop it.
It's my job.
I'm coming. Cloud shocking.
Ah, I tried to dodge that.
Cloud's pretty strong, isn't he?
I've seen his type before.
You don't know me.
Get him. Yeah. Go on.
How's
Tagging
that
out.
payback working out for you?
You dairy?
Better than expected.
That's it.
This won't take long.
I'll take care of him.
I thought you would
Ah,
never get rough.
frick. Okay.
I
No,
got this.
but this is self-defense.
Now you're in for it.
Okay, well. I am not having much luck dodging this guy's attacks.
Okay. Go on. Here goes. One more shot.
Why don't you take a nap?
Just a bit. I'm just so tired.
Hang back. Steady now.
Gotcha.
All right.
There we go.
So it's my turn? Sorry.
Jeez, Soul Drain's nothing. No.
I'd keep my distance. distance if I were you.
Okay.
Long enough out of you.
Can't keep eyes.
I got this. Here.
Get him!
Let's do this. Get ready. Here it comes. Any last words? Don't overdo it.
I'm coming.
Okay, yeah, I figured that would do it.
Please, just leave us alone.
Hello, OP.
You know I can't do that.
Hey there, partner. I'm sure you're having the time of your life, but we're needed on standby for a job and something about Sector 7. So get your ass back here now.
Understood.
He's like, damn.
Got somewhere else to be?
Apparently so.
Having a listen whilst at work, hoping you're doing well. I hope you're well. I knocked something off the couch. I don't know what it was. Oh wait, I know exactly what it was. It's the thing that carries my earbuds.
You know I can't do that.
Oh, Aerith, the sass. Hold on, is there anything around here? I don't think there would be. Doesn't seem there is. I did look up how to get into the graveyard, and I did manage to find out how without any spoilers. Just basically, it's just the end of the game. Really is how that goes, or near the end of the game. Wait a sec. What do you mean?
So, you coming?
Yeah, I'm working on it. Not exactly a fast walker over here. I'm more of a runner. Okay, there we go. Hey, look at that materia.
You talking to the...
So, yeah. It was that kind of day. Let's go. Shouldn't keep Mom waiting.
Hey, what'd they say?
Good work today, guys. Kidding. They didn't say a word. But, you know... never mind. It's not like you'd believe me after all.
Probably not.
Wow.
Tell me anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It won't be much longer now. The flowers, they have something important to tell us. Something they need to share with us. At least, that's the feeling I get. But before they can, there's a final step that has to be taken. Otherwise, we won't hear them. Maybe I should just give up. Honestly, it's what I do best.
Could have fooled me. From what I've seen, you're no quitter.
Well, today's special. That's why I've been working my butt off.
What's so special about it?
Okay, time to go.
I think the answer's obvious, Cloud.
Learn to talk to her.
Did the flowers say anything?
Good work today, guys?
That's the spirit.
The flowers have a gift for us. Nice. MP up is nice. Honestly, I should probably... We're losing like, one in like every stat, but I think MP up is better. That was the area right here. That's where I was going anyway. What's over here? Anything? Nope, pumpkin patch. No, I can't go that way. Come on, this way. I was trying not to run into Aerith, but alright.
You're heading in already?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough for one day.
Alright, now we're officially locked in again.
Where have you two been? I've been worried sick.
Sorry, we got a little sidetracked.
Dinner's ready, in case you're wondering.
Ah, great.
But before we sit down, I want you to make up the guest room.
Gotcha. Take a load off, okay?
Judging by those eyes, I'm guessing you're a soldier.
Ex-soldier.
I hate to ask, but would you leave tonight without any fuss, no questions? You boys made a trade, a normal life, for power. You can't have it both ways.
I'm back.
Good. Now, I hope you're hungry.
Starving, right?
Oh, I thought the room was getting darker for a second. I was like, what the hell? It's like, oh, it's just fading in. Or fading out, I guess.
I've never been so proud. The man you've become. Women must be hounding you day and night.
Not really.
You know, there's all kinds of temptations in the big city. I'd feel a lot better if I knew you'd found a good girl. One who'd make sure you didn't get into trouble.
Gosh, she's pretty.
I can take care of myself.
An older, more mature girl. I could keep you on the straight and narrow, and tell you when you're being a silly goose. That's the perfect type for you, I'd say.
I can't wait for Aerith to be like big brain. Like, she told you to leave, didn't she?
Don't want to overstay my welcome.
Somehow never clicked to notice that Cloud's mom was named Claudia. Yeah, I like the name and it fits. We open the door, and there's Aerith. No. The front door? Or do we go further down the street and then find her? Ah, heck. Ah, heck, with these controls?
You're leaving?
So, how do I get to Sector 7?
It's simple enough. Just cut through Sector 6. It isn't exactly safe, but you should be okay, seeing as you're a soldier.
Was one.
Promise me, you'll never talk to Aerith again. Please.
You got it.
Thank you.
The things with Cloud's clunky body, right? I definitely felt that a little bit going through here. Alright, so we've lost our healing buddy. I'd forgotten that she asked us to leave. And I have a feeling I know where to go out of the town.
If it isn't the new florist, I appreciate you helping the kids out today.
The house
Thank
mother. Okay,
you.
that's who she was.
I won't stop talking about the soldier who saved the day. Oh, and make sure to give my thanks to Aerith, too.
Sure.
About that.
Might as well check out Walmart while I'm down here.
Alright, where am I going? I turned around again. Not used to navigating this place at night.
I tried that new chocobo fabric softener.
The new chocobo fabric softener. Oh yeah, I did buy a couple of things off of the Moogle dude. I didn't grind Moogle medals. I could have, but I didn't. I'm hoping I didn't screw myself over by not doing that.
Oh.
Yes! I knew it!
Well, look who it is. Talk about a coincidence.
What are you doing here?
Waiting.
Why?
Because I'm not sick of you yet.
Lead on, then.
With pleasure.
Uh-oh. It's vision time.
Cloud? Is something wrong?
It's nothing.
She back. Reunited. At long last, I've missed you.
You can see the sky.
They're still working on the new plate. I don't like this part of Midgar. Back when they were still building Midgar, there was an accident, and the plate fell. People had only just started moving in, so there weren't a lot living there at the time, but...
Okay, I just thought of a question, because I was definitely doing that with regular FF7. Limit breaks. Are there more than one? Are there requirements to earning more than one? Or is it like story locked? Because I know original FF7 was like, do this specific requirement and you can get leveled up limit breaks. Because like that, because there was a, like Aerith was like, use healing wind 7 times, use this next one 7 times, etc. Really annoying.
And that's?
The underside of Sector 6, Wall Market, a real special place. But I'm sure you already knew that, right?
I didn't tell you? I enlisted pretty much right after I left home. Don't know much about this place, or any of the slums.
Well, it took a lot of people to build Midgar, and they all needed to blow off steam. So some traders built an entertainment district. Inns, shops, bars, the works. Folks started pouring in from
Squats time.
all over. Business was booming, money was flowing, which attracted the attention of some guys who didn't much care for the law.
Now there isn't any.
Right. But instead of trying to solve the problem, the government decided to just wall it in. And that's how Wall Market began. Out of sight, out of mind, as the old saying
I
goes.
mean,
For the folks in charge, there's no better way to deal with it.
So it's like a giant veil.
Yeah. Wanna see what's behind it?
Not really.
as
That's
much as
good,
I know,
'cause I know a better way to get to Sector 7. One that, tragically, doesn't go through Wall Market.
not
And
squats
it's just
time.
through this tunnel here. At least it was, back when I was a kid.
So like, hold on, did I get any weapon points for that? I did. I got a couple. So like, I know Shinra's technically like not the greatest, but I will say I don't think there was a better way they could have actually dealt with that. Magic damage reduction when guarding. Mostly, Jesus Christ, jumped out of my skin because I wasn't expecting that. OP, thanks for gifting 3 months of subs to Sivia and scaring the living hell out of me. That was really loud. Turn you back down. But like the thing with lawless areas kind of like that is just if you kill one, so it's a win-win. If you kill one or try to interfere with it, they just find another way. So in essence, just having this area where you've walled it off, you know it's there, and it's like if something happens and it's like, oh, they went to the law, like, you know, an area like lawless or it's like something like that, and you just like you know where they went, you know where to like keep an eye out on for trouble. You're not having to like, okay, we killed this one, where are they gonna make it next? You're not constantly looking. So it's like kind of a little stroke of genius with that, but I honestly don't think they thought that hard about it, so I can't really call them smart. Okay. I wasn't sure I got that one. Aerith, your run cycle is a little noodly. Oh,
It's been like
that's a
this,
giant
you
mech
know,
hand.
ever since the plate fell.
And there's no other way?
It'll be an adventure.
I don't remember what these guys were weak to.
Here we go.
This one's for you!
Nice. Okay, there we go. That's the one I need to do. Creature spinning when interrupted while in the state they construct melee attacks, so use long range attacks instead. Stop them from spinning. Alright, so let's go ahead and switch out. Well, we have one Isoln already, and I'll keep the fire on that we have, just for shenanigans. Nothing right here. Probably just a waiting area for the monster. That's another one.
Piece of cake.
Go on!
Lesser Drake.
Too bad.
Wind again.
That's it.
So it's my turn? Here it comes! One more shot! We'll make it quick.
Let's go.
Like kicking dance music for the battle theme right now.
What's that?
A big arm. Kinda cute.
That's actually a good point, though. I kind of do want to have all of my bases covered. So... I'm torn between getting rid of lightning or fire. I think... like, both are really good, honestly. It's just a shame that she doesn't have access to one more materia slot, so I could just give her that. Let's do fire. Put wind back on, and then we'll give the upgraded fire to Cloud so it can keep gaining AP and be level 3, hopefully, by the time this is done.
Don't you think?
Nice, another Moogle medal. That's always handy. Alright. Well, there's a handy terminal right here, I guess.
Oh, great. Someone's pulled up the ladder. I wonder if we can use this.
Okay, so we need to... For safety, only load or unload the arm within the area marked by the yellow lines. Alright.
It's this way. Here's an idea. I'll hop on and you give me a ride.
You serious?
Absolutely. I'll throw down the ladder for you to climb up after.
I mean, that was the plan. My name is Optimus Prime. It's all I can think of with this. Oh, it's the right stick. I'm blind. I can't read.
Hup, piece of cake. Give me a sec. And here comes the ladder. Well, what did I tell ya?
Like, speaking of puzzles, I've been playing like a lot of Skyward Sword, and that game is really fun. I love it so far.
You did it.
Yeah.
All right, good enough. Let's keep on trucking.
Okay. Cloud, what was that? Did you not just not know what to do? But yeah, Skyward Sword. I just finished the 3rd dungeon, and I need to do some side stuff, but I've been really enjoying the narrative. Precious boy does not know what a high five is.
Stop.
Did we wake it up? Go on!
Alright, that's the weakness.
Let's do it right.
Yeah, let's just do focus thrust.
Oh, that's weird. Used to be way through here.
That took a lot of gun damage there. We can go this way, though. Open this. When the camera turns while you're sliding, it's a little awkward for controls. It's like the only real complaint I have about this game, I think. Because it wants you to change the direction you're moving, and it's like, don't do that. Just let me be weird and awkward and just keep holding one direction. Oh, hi, buddy.
Bring it. Try me.
That was close. Get him!
Let's do this. Take the lead.
Here goes. You'll be blown away.
Ah, I didn't exploit the weakness. I was trying to. Just in case that comes up later. Can I just... Okay, I cannot jump down there, so I have to go all the way around. Which thankfully is only right here. A 1,000 gil, nice. So I can't keep going around that. Effective dead end. Cloud cannot step over boxes, confirmed. Well, you aren't gonna get up at all. Do we have a map? So it looks like both of these go to kind of like the same place. Probably not, though. Hold on. No. That goes down there. And that's where we want to look for side stuff. That's probably what's going to trigger this encounter. Or not.
Looks like a dead end.
Probably on the way back then? Those are definitely going to attack us. Alright, so then what's up there? There's a materia right there. That's a element materia of some sort. So yeah, this is a full... double checking. Full dead end. I thought I saw a path, and it was like, nope, not actually a path. Yep, there they are.
That way I can cover your back.
Oh no, I'm silenced. That's not good. Well, fine. We'll do this the old-fashioned way.
Get ready. Going in. Enough. Here we go.
Oh.
Second wind.
Keep it up.
It's over.
Moving on then.
Oh, no. Ah, damn it, Aerith. Ah, thanks. I love thunder. I should have used it in that fight. Thanks, Weather. I really appreciate it. Wait, no. This is the way I came from. I do wish those robot enemies weren't so incredibly obvious. But, you know, whatever. Can we drop this down?
Hey, I bet you can grab that container with the arm.
Alright. Okay.
Not half bad. So do you moonlight as a crane operator or something? Yeah?
Just ask, why do you keep doing that?
Oh no, look. Why is it always gotta be so tough? Lucky for me, you'll make this easier.
Yes, ma'am.
Well then, I'm gonna head down.
Let's do this more. Okay, yeah, I have to do it more.
Okay, Cloud, ready?
So pick Aerith up, right? I'm assuming that's what we do. Yeah. What? Hold on. Hold on. So I have to use Aerith to get that materia? Is that what that means? I thought it would let me get it, but I guess not.
Hold on a second.
Binding. I'm sorry, just every time I see the word binding, I just think the Ansem fight. Alright, so yeah, it didn't give me that warning, so that was it. I do appreciate getting the warning, though.
Hold on while I drop the ladder.
Could have said that a little earlier instead of as you were dropping the ladder. They know their players. Yeah, but to be fair, like, I totally expected to be able to, like, climb up on this. Like, I expected to be able to get that myself, which is why I was like, okay, I'll put Aerith up there, and she'll knock down the ladder, and then I'll be able to go and get this.
Loud! Over here!
But even if you somehow missed that materia, that warning is still there to make you look for it. Also, I really need to find a follower emote that I can add, and I might make Yuki lurk the follower emote. What is this? It's definitely not where we're supposed to go, but
Whoa, not too fast, okay?
Got it.
unless it is. Is it? Did I figure out where I'm supposed to go by accident? Yeah, this way's a dead end, so yeah. I guess I did. Yeah, there's no indication that you need her to get it until it tells you. So it's a little weird. Potions and music. No new materia. So designed for efficient materia usage. I guess that's okay. Money is a little bit tight though. So I'll buy it just in case I'm like, I really just need that extra materia. I don't really need the stats. But, like, considering how much stat you lose for that, now I'm worried that wasn't actually a good idea. Oh well. We have 13 Phoenix Downs. I don't necessarily know if revival materia would be good to buy a second one of. It's 25-25 on the defense scale here. So I'd lose 20 on the magic defense and 25 on freaking regular defense. That's kind of gross. Where did it go? I think magic power by 5% is really good for Aerith. Yeah, minus 20. If it wasn't so much. Honestly, MP up probably isn't going to do us too good right now, considering a few things. What I need to be doing is I need to remember the fact that I actually have prayer as a materia. Let's put revival on. If I never use it, it's fine, but it should be sking NEP. Yo, P, thanks for gifting 3 months of tier 1 sub to Phoenix. Sivia and Phoenix enjoying the emotes, and I should probably change a few of them after I can get some commissions. Because I have some ideas of what I would like, but not sure how to do it, if that makes sense. Alright. So we can't jump down there. We're also, I'm going to save real quick. I feel like it's been a bit. How many chapters did we say this game had? 18? These rats. Lots of rats. It's a white rat. Look at him. I'm so used to Skyward Sword, I was gonna have to balance on this for a second above the toxic sludge. Or whatever that is down there. I don't know if I'd call it water.
Anybody around? Guess it's just us.
It's definitely not just us.
It's still warm.
Should we relight it?
Cloud,
Campfire?
don't worry about it being warm. It's still literally on
I
fire.
need to get back. Besides,
Looky here, boys. Caught us some burglars.
Coming into our homes and stealing our shit, doing crimes.
I'd say we're owed compensatory damages. I don't get it. How stupid can you be? It's crazy simple. Compensatory damages is like, it's like compensation for damages.
Oh yeah. That's what you get when when somebody else.
we haven't done anything wrong.
Yeah, we were just passing through.
Oh, a likely story.
Okay, what do you want?
Nothing but our due recompense, that's all.
Due recompense.
Due recompense? No.
Recompense. Oh my god, these guys are stupid.
Compensatory damages. Damages recompense. Simple as that.
I think we've heard enough.
Supposed to have Cessio.
It's on you.
I'm coming! How shocking!
Oh, it is one shot him, alright.
I'm waiting.
This one's for you! Go on!
You didn't have anything anyway. Yeah, let's not talk about the fact that, oh, it's still warm. It's literally smoldering, Cloud.
Shit! Let's get the hell out of here!
Wait, you guys! Don't leave me! I'm coming!
Those people will show up again later. Probably show up in
Random
Wall Street.
question, but why did you quit being a soldier?
That is random.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Did you have any soldier friends? Any war buddies?
No. Not really.
Oh, okay.
Huh? What we got here?
Fresh meat to test our new gas.
Let's do it right.
Go on!
Oh, come on. How did you stun me?
I'll show you what I can do. Gonna get windy. Get him! I think we're almost done.
Oh, jeez.
Stay strong, okay? You've got this.
Taking over.
That's it. So it's my turn? It's your turn.
I got this. Let's finish this.
And we're safe.
I should have used Prey before that. Oh, well. Yeah, I'll do that. It's about 700. That heals 1600. Okay, so I should have used regular cure instead. Another materia? This looks like it's going to be a bit more complex of a puzzle, but I'm not entirely sure. Because there's one console here. Huh. Give me the prompt. There we go.
Stupid ladders, always out of reach. Okay, Cloud, heading down. You're in charge of the arm. Got it?
Alright, switch arms. Okay. Prevent accidents, you cannot switch arms while the current arm is carrying a load. Alright. So to get the materia, we do this. Can I rotate it that way? Nope. Okay, that's really weird. Try to get used to that direction switching. a bit weird, but we got it. You know what? We'll just keep going this way. It's... I've got the basic gist of at least the first arm, trying to get that, but I can't quite see the second arm, so we'll have to figure it out when we get there. You know what? No, I'm not taking you near the wall. What do we get? Ooh, magnify.
Gotcha.
Now I'm curious. You couldn't dual link stuff, right? Like, there was nothing in the original that would, like, go like, hey, you could link three materia together in total. I think it was only ever 2, but I also didn't get that far, so, you know, take that for what you will. Alright, so we'll switch arms. Alright, I think it's as simple as just moving this down. Only 2 connected max? Okay, yeah. Maybe not? Hold on. I might be overthinking this. Let me put this down. I want to see something real quick. Because I think we don't need to pick up that container at all on the second arm. So you can't... Okay, no, okay. I think I've got it, but I'm missing a step. I'm missing a step here. I missed a crucial step. So we've got to put that container back over there. So, because the other arm can't reach far enough for it to actually, you know, pick her up. Is that high enough? Yeah. I still feel like that arm should technically be able to go that far down, but I don't know. hush freaking hint. I haven't gotten there yet. Although I didn't know you could stack them. I had the right thought process, but I was gonna have to take an extra step because I didn't know you could stack it. I would have figured it out eventually. This puzzle's not exactly hard, just lengthy.
It's this way.
It needed a stack marker. Oh my god. Another FF14 joke. My thought was we could probably pick her up, but probably couldn't go that low now that I think about it again, because it wasn't quite high enough. Oh no, not the battery. That's not good. Also don't know where the cord went for charging. So
Thanks for the lift. I'll have that ladder down for you in a sec.
in case you needed more proof that I don't use wired cords like ever if I don't have to. So give me a sec. Alright, should be charging now. Yeah. Hold on. This trophy, though. The Sultan of Squat. I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. I was like, oh man, that trophy name, though.
That went pretty well.
Sure did.
Oh, look at him.
Did you just...
He's embarrassed.
Don't worry. We'll be on the same page next time.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, okay?
Seriously, just by being able to have more dialogue and voiced, and again also more time, because I think by this point in time, like, we've been playing 17 hours. What are you talking about? Just a combination of different factors, I think, just gives the cast way more character than it did in the original. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Look, like, I'm not gonna call up the original bad in that respect, but...
Take the lead.
I'm coming! One more shot!
I'm not even gonna say the English version. I just think overall, like, but I'm gonna say without experiencing the Japanese version, I just think all of the qualities that I've listed still would enhance that version even more. Shut up, Thunder! I'm trying to talk. But like, I don't know how much character like the Japanese version has of original 7 compared to this, the version of FF7 Remake. But being able to have voices so you can hear the emotion being talked about and everything. You can see the facial structure better because it's a full 3D model that can be articulated instead of what we had with FF7, which, again, for its time was really good. So I'm not disparaging that at all. And being able to spend more time with each character because of more data space, you can put more into that. So you get a better sense for, like, who they are. Though, unfortunately with Cloud, I don't think they're using the articulation of his face to the fullest extent that they could, but that might just be me. Though, see, what I've been told is I've never been told that I've never been told to play the Japanese version of FF7 OG. I have just been told, here, play this mod. And I'm like, I don't want to download a mod for this game. I don't want to download, you know, this version of it. And I've never told, it's like, oh, Japanese version has more character, that's what you're getting. I've just been told, oh, it's just a better version. I'm like, regardless, I don't think having better characterization of the characters would fix the problem of that I had with FF7 and why I stopped, but it's possible it could. Oh, I got hold. Oh, look at him, he's moving his hand up. He did it. Hello, Vareth. And have I said my problem with FF7 original on stream before I go into this clearly obvious cutscene moment? Oh, we don't even have enough SP for it. Okay, I can make it do it on its own. Neato. Okay. So, the problem that I had with original FF7, and to be fair, because I like so we'll start off with this. The gameplay of original FF7 was kind of okay, but mostly because it had the same combat as everything that came before it. 4, 5, and 6, it had the standard ATB combat system. You introduced limit breaks, which was cool, but not something you used all the time. And materia, which gave it a little bit of flavor. But mostly, essentially, the gameplay loop was still the same. Nothing had changed. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I played all the way through Midgar, and I loved Midgar. I did all of that. And this was on the PS4 version, so I had the current version. All of its flaws and translation goodness. But the problem comes in after, like, you have Midgar near the end, you have the climactic moment, you have the motorcycle escape, you have the big boss fight at the end, and you leave Midgar. So this is where I call FF7 a product of its time, is that the big reveal of FF7 was that it had this massive overworld that you could explore and do stuff in. But in terms of plot, it drops. Like, the pacing drops hard, and it really slowly picks back up. And I wasn't really held on to it. There wasn't, essentially speaking, there was not a lot left after that climactic escape from Midgar to really hold me onto the game. Especially knowing the plot already. But not, I know the basic plot of the game, but not like the intricate details, but there wasn't much holding me on. So after, I want to say 3 towns, I just kind of got really bored because it wasn't going anywhere fast. Because it's like, I wasn't getting much from the story other than like little hints here and there. And I think like maybe having more character would have like fixed that. But I don't know. It's why I say I think the original FF7 is a little bit overrated. I think a lot of people view it with nostalgia glasses, even though like they don't realize it, because the pacing of that game is not super amazing. The pacing of Midgar is great, but after coming off a climax like that... No, shut up, phone. I don't care that something on my Steam list is on sale. It's just after coming off a really, like, high-energy climax like that, I think you need a little bit more to keep it going plot-wise. And I think in the day, I think the reveal of the overworld and the music and just everything together, I think, kept pushing players forward. But in modern day, I don't think that works that well. That's my opinion. I won't call the story bad. I don't know. I think some people do. I'm not going to say all people do. But I still think there, like, at minimum, I still think there are pacing issues with that game.
Alright, there it is.
But when I go through this, I'm going to go back through FF7 original at some point with a translation mod if I can get a good one.
Sound good?
And I want to see if that solves my problems.
Up there looks nice. Come on.
Like, obviously, it's not going to compare to this game, and I'm not going to.
You know, a long time ago, I used to sell flowers here.
Oh, yeah?
For what it's worth, I did enjoy the time that I played FF7. There wasn't anything that I didn't enjoy. It was just, once I was not having as much fun, something else took its place, and I was like, I'm having more fun with this.
So, Cloud, you were a soldier.
The curse of
in France,
ADHD.
right?
Yeah.
I might be a little harsh on it, but, you know.
Really? What's weird about it?
Nothing. Just that you were the same rank.
Huh? As who?
The first guy I ever loved.
Oh?
What's his name? You probably know him.
Wow, I can't believe you do this to us. Square.
Okay. Wow. Your eyes.
It's because of the Mako. All soldiers have them.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, so of the OG story,
Sorry, I'm bumming you out.
I don't remember
We should go.
what Geneva was exactly. I know it had like Mako and live stream stuff to do with it,
Not bad.
but I remember so like I know like the big end details of the story, right? There's a large chunk of the middle that I don't know, but I know that I don't remember why Sephiroth was trying to destroy everything with Meteor, but I know Aerith, I think, ends up stopping him with Holy, or attempting to. She dies. And I remember there was the big reveal when I was playing that like a lot of the monsters were actually like people that had been infused with Mako and gone wrong or something like that. And then there was also some weird thing with Cloud and Zack. I think like he kind of had his memories, and I don't remember. It's been a while, but I knew enough that I kind of knew what was coming at the point that I was at. I hadn't gotten to new stuff. I can't say that for certain about FF8 because I didn't know much about FF8, so while I was playing it, everything was new to me. But it wouldn't surprise me if it had the same failing. Although I will say, like, I think overall, having the climactic moment at near the beginning of the game and then trying to build up from that makes it a lot harder pacing wise. And I'll also like, because like think about like most stories, it's just like you start from the bottom, right? You start at 0% and you're just like you're slowly working away. Sometimes you have spikes in the energy, but it's not like this isn't like, you know, the climax moment. But you keep going up, and by the end, it's just like, all right, you're at like 100%. This is the final battle. You know, we've learned all of the stuff there is to know. We're going in. And that's typically how it is. And then, you know, afterwards, it slopes down a little bit because it's like, you're not a little bit because you're still in the resolution. You're coming off the final battle. You've won. You've beaten the big bad. And you're resolving everything now. And then you have whatever post-game does. The other issue is like it's the overhype problem, as I call it. What is this? Can I slide? Can I slide? Yes! And it's happening with My Hero Academia too, which I have other opinions about, but the thing, like what I call the overhype problem, is that everyone hypes it up to be like this amazing thing. 8 doesn't have the overhype problem. Yes, no, it doesn't. But everyone just puts so much hype in this. Is like, it's so good. It's really good. It's one of the best games. And it's just like, when it doesn't deliver that for me, because it could deliver that for someone else, and I'd be surprised if it hasn't. But when it doesn't deliver, like, that feeling that everyone's just been putting so much thought into, it hurts the game overall, even though the game hasn't done anything wrong. And it's why I try not to go too ham on, like, recommending certain games, And it's just with the amount of hype that FF7 gets, I don't know if it actually can live up to it on its own. And I was worried Shadowbringers was going to be the same way.
Okay.
I did it. I saw lightning out there. You guys probably heard that one. And that one. It's still going. It's still going. Okay, it stops. That was... My opinions of FF7 are not the greatest, but it's like, I'm not going to call it a bad game. Far from it. I will call FF2 a bad game. I don't like its leveling system. I hate it. Can I swing? I can't swing. This thing just reminds me of Garfield.
Here. This won't take long.
Yeah, the weather. Probably will get to you guys in a bit.
Ready? Want to get to Sector 7 in style? This is the passageway for you.
So,
Wow.
Go ahead.
It's like a bad rom-com.
you gonna be okay getting home?
And if I said I wasn't?
I'll go with you.
I thought you needed to get back. Don't worry. I have a backup route for emergencies, and it's safer too.
What the heck is over here? A thing. My opinions of FF7 are like largely are in a part to a large number of factors. It's just the time I played it, the overhype, it being an older game in general. Yeah, it won't let me go that way. So.
Guess this is it then. Ready?
And I'm trying to temper my expectations for when I play FF6, because that also is going to have the same problems, but is going to have the benefit of I don't know what happens in the story other than Kefka wrecks the world. That's literally all I know.
Yeah.
That's right, that's how this happens.
Tifa?
Cloud, you're alive. I thought we'd lost you.
What's going on?
Shh. I'll explain everything later. But now I'm on my way to see Don Corneo. You should head back to 7th Heaven, meet up with the gang.
But...
I'll be fine. You've seen how much ass I can kick?
I have.
Yeah? Yeah!
going after her.
She's a big girl. She can handle the likes of him. And worse.
You don't know Corneo. It doesn't matter how strong or smart you think you are. He'll find a way to turn it against you. And where is she going to meet him? A mansion filled with his goons. Come on, aren't you worried what might happen in there? You have to help her. Come on!
Well, here we go.
Okay.
Come on, Cloud! We gotta hurry!
And I do want to state again my opinions of FF7 are of not finishing the game. Like, my opinion can and probably will change upon finishing the game. Because that's typically how it works. I just need to go back into it and make myself get over the hump, if that makes sense. So I've done that. So I've done that with a few of the games that I like a lot, is they have that hump. It's like, here's this little drought of plot content and exciting stuff, and it just, once you get past that, you're fine. You're good to go. Because I did that with SAO Hollow Realization, is I was like kind of feeling the slog, and I ended up stopping right before the climactic stuff starts happening. Like, literally, the next story thing I was doing was that. I was so mad at myself.
Hey there. Where you headed?
You gave a ride to a girl earlier. Do you have any idea where she went?
No, and if you don't need a ride, then get the hell out of here. Can't you see I'm trying to work?
Can't say I can, no.
What'd you say to me, you little...
What's all the ruckus out here? I don't know you. What's your story?
We're looking for a girl who took one of your carriages. Can you help us find her?
Depends. What do you want with this girl of yours?
Guess. We want to save her.
Save her from a life without this handsome guy.
Huh?
So, that's how it is, huh? Well, I get a lot of customers. Hard to keep track of them all. This girl, what's she look like?
Well...
I did that with FF15. Wouldn't call it slog, just really enjoyed running around doing side quests and open world things, and just left the story right before I would have gotten hooked into it. Yeah, that's kind of the same thing, and I'm wondering if I did the same thing with FF7. Did I, like, stop right before it would have gotten me? It's entirely possible, because like I said, a lot of games, a lot of very good games still have that little spot that might be a bit slower than the rest of it. And for some people, depending on the time, like me, you might lose interest during that hump and, you know, go like, oh, I was just before the good spot. What am I gonna say? It's a great fight.
She's a great fighter.
I'm not sure that helps.
Fine.
Wait a minute. You talking about Tifa?
That's her.
Oh, looks like someone's got a bit of a crush.
I mean, yeah. Have you seen her?
Kid, but it's gonna be a long while before she sees the light of day again.
What do you mean?
She's a real pretty girl. Corneo's hosting another audition, and Tifa was chosen as a candidate.
An audition for what?
For the title of the next Mrs. Corneo. She's what he likes all rolled into one sweet package. Having scouted girls for so long, I know his taste better than my own. And considering those tastes, I can guarantee you this. She won't be walking out of that mansion anytime soon. If at all.
So where can we find this Don Corneo?
What are you asking for? Thinking of raising holy hell or something? Do what you gotta, and leave me out of it. I told you what you want to know. Now take a walk.
And there goes our best lead yet. Maybe we'll have better luck in town. Let's check it out.
Alright. Okay, we're gonna turn around. Well, that's why we couldn't go this way. It's just this point in the middle of nowhere over here. I think I might have gotten to a point where I didn't know if I could come back and do stuff, so I needed to do all stuff for story stuff. There was so much stuff, I might have branching stuff out and trying to do all the things. That is the issue that FF15 has. Is it has a lot of those "you can't come back here for a while" messages, and then after a while I just kind of started disregarding them. And then there's the really big one that's like, well, now you really can't go back. But in the end, it doesn't really matter, because you beat the game and you go into like the big open world segment. It's like the free explore post game, where pretty much everything's available to you anyway.
Hey, newbie. This delivery isn't due for inspection. Huh? These ones addressed to Don Corneo? Yes, idiot. Those ones.
FF15 had other issues as well, but that's like the biggest one. I'm sorry, I'm looking at this place, I just hear like the... I cannot remember the name of this theme for my life. But it's from Star Wars, it's the bar theme that they play.
Whatever you're into, we got you. Got a special one-time limited offer.
No, thank you. Come on, Cloud. Let's go.
I am like hardcore blanking on what that theme is. Oh, good God. That's really big. That's really big. It's him. Let's go see him. I thought that was a pig for a second. That's a cat. Oh, there he is. I can see him. Right as I hit the menu button.
Cloud, I will go wherever my research leads me, but the success of my endeavors...
The Cantina theme. Yes.
Your assistance would be much appreciated.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier in the playthrough of Hellrith, was just like the
Cloud, I have come up with the most...
like the summons in 15 were apparently really good and really cool, but you had to get the shit kicked out of you in order to use it.
You can lend me your assistance in gathering data to test it? Cloud, I've registered a new summons battle intel request. Please, take a look. I need you to...
And it's because I never got, you know, the shit kicked out of me in a place that I could actually use it, then... Alright, Dragon, I also blanked on the word cantina and only remember that particular set of dudes and where they were from. That is exactly what I remembered. Like, word for word. I remembered the dudes and then couldn't remember anything else. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It him. Oh lord, he coming. Look at this Tekken junker. Trigger refocus twice. Stagger effect. Stagger 40 enemy types. There we go. Provides peculiar behavior to be an acute response to stress, and it's just like increase stagger damage bonus to 200%. I don't understand. Is this the reward that we get for it? Because we've not done that. We have not increase the stagger damage bonus to 200%. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. We're gonna figure this out. 'Cause there's no shortcut for trophies on this. We're gonna figure this out because there was a trophy for it. Did we get it? I hate missing that. So 300% damage to a staggered enemy. Maybe that was it. That might have been. That might be it. Is 300%, and I don't know how we're gonna do that. But I could have sworn there was one for 200%.
I have to tell you that I'm grateful for all of your help thus far. I've done it. I've developed a new materia.
Item Master.
I look forward to receiving all of your future battle intel submissions.
All right, so I'm gonna try beating the Chonker.
Continue to help me gather vital information for my research.
I really hope it plays the Fat Chocobo theme.
Then I invite you to ready your portable battle simulator.
Ah, damn, it doesn't. Look at that fucking Chonker. Oh no, it's working!
No holding back.
Work!
Allow me.
It's not weak to anything. Alright, so I just beat the crap out of it. Oh no.
Bring it.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Gotcha. Try me.
Let's get serious. You ready? Another.
Let's do this.
This one's for you.
I see.
One more shot. Go on.
Brace yourself.
One more.
Maybe I have to have the summoner.
Get him.
Get ready. It's on you.
So it's my turn? Can you take over for me?
Keep it together.
I'm coming.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is chaos.
Thanks for coming to help.
Oh God.
Stop it!
Hang back.
Stay back!
Oh God. It him.
It's over. Try me. That's that. It's over. Don't stop now.
I can help too. You jittery?
Chaos. This is work. I tried. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I didn't go far enough. Yeah. Oh jeez, that's huge.
Steady. Here it comes. No more playing nice. Nothing to it.
That was a heckin' chunker.
Amazing work, Cloud. This is incontrovertible proof that the universe has a sense of humor. Now that you have a fun new partner in Fat Chocobo, you can work together to squash Shinra like a bug.
Oh my God, that's my favorite line. Nothing's ever gonna top that. This is incontrovertible proof that the universe has a sense of humor. Oh, okay. That tops everything. Nothing in this game will ever come close to this. I'm sorry, Sephiroth. Your final battle's gonna suck because this Fat Chocobo line was way better than you.
intel submissions.
Alright, now that I've caught my breath. Alright, so let's see. Aerith is almost at rank 4. Alright, so we kind of have free reign to go places, it looks like. We don't have any new quests, so... Okay, hold on, am I going the right way? No, I'm not. I do want to go check out that weapon store, though. I doubt it's actually going to have any new actual weapons, because that seems to be the name of the game here. Hold on. Johnny? I saw Johnny somewhere.
Out of curiosity.
Hey there. Are you looking for anything in particular today?
So Johnny was over here somewhere. Problem is, I don't remember what he looked like, so... Alright, the one thing I will say I kind of missed about original FF7 from this is just kind of like the big, bulky bodybuilder models that FF7 had. I kind of really liked those.
Shit! These are high stakes, man!
He's not having a good time in there.
Kiss my ass. Not if you don't make it out of here alive first. Ready for?
Can I... Nope. Can't talk to either of those.
Thank you. I signed Machina Records a while back, but I'm still looking for my first big hit. It's been 7 years now. Not easy, but you gotta do what you love. And I love to sing. This is a new song of mine. Maybe it'll be that #1.
Sir, you know that fan's not on, right?
Dig a hole and throw me in. I'm already dead.
Oh, okay then. A potion juice. I want one of those. Probably make me feel better. Alright, Johnny, where'd you go?
Can't have just one. The more you eat, the better they get. Nothing gets the blood pumping like a Coliseum turnip.
Yeah, weapons over here.
Welcome to Wall Market's premier weapon shop.
Oh! Oh, you do. You do have a weapon. Wind up and unleash an overhead strike. Increase damage on stagger. Costs 2 ATB. Well, interesting. Oh, you've got a lot of stuff. So you've got the upgraded versions of the original accessories. Let's go ahead and buy this. I don't think there's any, like, real materials and stuff I can sell, so, like, that's kind of unfortunate.
Do come again.
This close to turning all that ordnance loose.
Blow us all to hell and back.
Safe.
Alright, so I'm not no, well, there's a way to get in here, it looks like. No, hold on. I hit the wrong button. Looks like there's supposedly a way to get in here. I'm not mistaken in the fact that Wall Street is still in Sector 6, right?
And the best girls in town.
You tried their seasonal stuff?
I'm in for some good old count time. Yeehaw!
You people are certainly wearing outfits.
I can't believe I bought the same disc twice. Excuse me. If you like, you can have it.
The 1% of Sector 6 slums. Yeah, but I mean, like, it is in Sector 6. Alright, well... What's this? Oh! I knew I saw it. Alright.
I'm so excited to finally see Andrea's show.
To enter or not to enter? That is the question. Wherefore does this philosophical quandary torment me? You totally get where I'm coming from, right?
Yeah.
I knew it! Let me guess. After you've had your fun, you fall into a spiral of shame and self-loathing. But it only lasts a moment, doesn't it? Next thing you know, you're right back here again. Huh? Got a question for me?
That joke flew over my head.
Tifa, my love, my light? Who are you and how do you know her? No, shut up. I don't care. Tifa's here? Why? Tell me why. Oh God, no. I did this to her, didn't I? She kept looking for me to beg me not to leave her. Snap out of it, Johnny. Your Tifa needs you. Tifa, I'm coming, baby.
Who was that?
Nobody you want or need to know.
Oh my god. That is an outfit, miss, that you are certainly wearing. What this? Oh no! Oh no! Hold on. It's her! Why is she here? We'll figure out after I upgrade my crap. Stagger siphon? Ooh. Yes, please. Give me that. Oh my gosh, this weapon is just cloud damage galore. Oh, we don't really want that. Buff duration up. Alright, so we no longer have fire on, which is unfortunate, but...
What?
It's her. It's the teacher. Very glad Aerith is not able to see this right now.
That's the shortcut. Lifetime bans and lifetime bans.
I keep hitting R2 because I think that's going to zoom in. It doesn't. So there's a path like right here. It's this one right there. Yeah, here we go.
Marlena's the greatest honey girl there ever was. It's an undisputed truth, and I dare anyone try and deny it. I did.
You assume to have my insurance premium?
But that doesn't.
It's always best to be prepared for the worst, wouldn't you agree?
So I can't get that yet.
This up, you might want to sign up for disability insurance. Like now.
I can get you enrolled in a plan right away. What do you say?
Forget about monsters. It's people we ought to be scared of. No, no way. You've lost your marbles.
Odd that we can't get back there yet, so I wonder what's in that. Also, I want to look at the weapon again. I think the material are in the hilt. Like all together in a nice little group. Yeah, look at that. That's cool. That was cool. Alright, so we can't get in the inn yet. It's later. Anything back here? Or no? Hold on. Okay, so that's just a normal model. I wonder if that actually was the teacher. I have a feeling it was, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to really talk to her. Alright. Wish you the patience I never had. God, this city's a mess.
Hey, you hear about that real narrow street just over there?
You're not still wasting your gil at the Honeybee Inn, are you?
You bet I am. Found me a secret route in, one nobody don't know about. Only trouble is, it's filled with drunks and garbage.
Interesting.
You're sure about this, man? Corneo's gonna use and abuse it.
Of course I'm not sure.
Then let's do something about it.
Trust me, I would if I could.
Rimmer, give it to me, please. I'm begging you, miss.
Get away from me before I scream.
Like I give a shit.
Alright, man. You're lucky I don't stab you. Like right here.
doing all right, you think?
He's fine, just drunk.
Like the rest of them. Am I right?
Hold on. I heard something that I like.
That sense. I can't stand it.
Something about an Alexander materia. I need this.
How about a trade? I'll give you 3 Bahamut.
No deal.
Corneo has an understanding of the trio. You know how much power each one has. Only a select few even know it.
Alright. We'll keep exploring the shops. It's been like kind of like all over this point. This part. Ah, there's a little bit of part we didn't go into over here. That makes me sad.
Excuse me.
Hey, I'm talking to you. I said they're good. Try one.
A little bit further.
Hey there. We're a pharmacy, but we stock other stuff.
One drugs, please.
Thanks a bunch.
I got one drugs. Alright, so this way goes this way. And then we got that here. Then there's a path. Hey kid, you looking to buy something?
Can you believe the boss? Hold it. Best to steer clear of this alley. You may not like the people you find down here, and they may not like you.
What are you gonna do about it?
Not to what you want to do next.
I want to open my own place, but the competition is pretty fierce.
There's no way you'd survive out there.
So at some point, it looks like all these alleys are probably gonna clear out.
Goddamn tourists. Taking over our favorite dives. Thought this was our town.
Got that right. Where did they get off, treating us like we're not even here?
Down there is where we were just at, right?
Yeah, and we're next.
Only took us 2 hours.
It's down here. Yeah. That looks like just a basic model they used, and that kind of makes me a little sad. That they just kind of used a basic model for like an important NPC for the slums. So we go here. Here again. Okay. So it looks like we've kind of explored this part. I don't... Yeah, this was the bar. So we can go over here and explore this, and then we'll figure out where we need to go. Probably need to like actually walk up to Don Corneo as mentioned before stuff actually triggers and happens. What this?
Hey there, friend. Grab a seat. Any seat that's open. Sure about that? Still got room for more?
Made a little extra. Want to spend it on some good eating. I'll have the bottle.
Alright.
Them two at a time and their flavor will change. I'm telling you, folks, you ain't never seen frozen treats like this.
Let's return it here. Not quite what I meant to do, but alright. Did not mean to circle around her. Here we go. Under the rotting pizza. The Shinra Relnica? A weapon, probably. So we've gone down this pathway.
You two. Yes, you. Do you have a place to stay this enchanted evening? We have the perfect room for a sweet-looking couple like you.
You look shady as hell.
How much?
Cloud!
Just give me a holler when you change your mind.
Alright, so it doesn't look like we can actually go in there yet. Kind of hoping it would if I could trick him.
Step right up, step right up.
Hold on, what's this?
Maybe it's broken?
What the fuck? Hi Kai, how you doing?
World of tomorrow. Any item you can think of.
Is that a little side path right there? Yeah. Go, let me squeeze in. I'll talk to you on the way up, buddy. You're alright? I'm doing pretty alright.
Oh, my stomach.
Oh, you're just gonna make me listen to all of this, aren't you?
Hey, bro, this ain't no place to hang out. Feel me? Ain't nobody gonna give a shit if you get your throat cut here.
Wow, pardon me for wondering if the sick guy was doing alright. Let me guess, I can't get past you two.
What happened with you know what?
It's all taken care of. The only thing is, the movie screwed up. Spotted by a tourist.
Aren't you a curious cat, walking dark alleys? You've got balls, so I'll give you a pass. This once.
Yep, can I squeeze past you? Nope.
You don't need the movie, too, right?
I said deal with it. Can't have this coming back on Sam or the dog.
Alright, let's see. Is there anywhere else that we can really explore right now?
And it all leads back to shit. They're the ones moving the money behind the scenes. Now the whole city.
Hey, you think that guy's doing okay? He wasn't looking so hot, you know. Maybe we should go check on him?
But this street, isn't it?
The one that everyone says is bad news? Shit, you're right. I don't want to go down there now.
Alright, I wasn't, like, being misled by a random stray dialogue line, right? There is, like, an Alexander materia in the game, right? Or is that not a thing till later? So I definitely heard, like, oh, if you get it, you get this. Anyway, another shop. Oh, man, he's having the time of his life. Look at him.
See the sign out front? All I got is materia.
Oh, yeah, we never did look at what the magnified materia does. Alright, sleep, silence, and berserk. Not something I typically use. Never did look at what magnify did, because we picked that up. Expand range of linked materia effect. Reduce effect reduced by 60% when expanded. Huh. I believe that you can answer that if you really want. I want to know, one, if it exists in this game, two, if it exists in this area. Because if it's not in this area, then I don't have any business looking around for it. Oh. That's fun. ATB boost. We maxed out assess, so that's pretty good. Well, that's locked, so we can't go in there.
I feel rejuvenated.
So the grayed out areas are the ones we can't go on. I'm going to assume that if I try to go down this way, it is going to stop me.
Got a brand new body.
Either that or this is going to be like the grinding spot. Can I go all the way back through and explore this area again? How far will it let me go? So I find it hard to believe that they would give us such expensive stuff and not allow me to grind some money or stuff. So this is technically part of the town still, because I see some people. Yeah, here we go. A star pendant. Ooh. With that. Become immune to poison. Do not think Alexander is in this game unless that was added later, but not seem to be part of it when I played. Alright. Then I won't worry about it. So I definitely saw, like, if you get this, you're supposed to get the Alexander materia. And I'm like, materia is the word that caught my eye. Then I was kind of, like, a little unsure when someone else was like, I'll trade you 3 Bahamut's for it. For something else. I was like, oh my gosh, is that just like a trading card game now? Alright. I want to see what's in this area that I missed. Where is it? They're coming up on it. Well, no wonder I missed it. I can't get in. I wonder... Is there a way to change that? I'm not even sure if it was an 8, but I don't know.
Anytime now.
Come on. For later, though, I will actually have to... I'm going to look up how to increase stagger past 160, because I don't know. The only thing I could think of would be, like, a summon attack, but... I don't know. It was where you first saw it at all? Alright, I thought it was introduced in 9, but I know, like... I don't know much of the story of 9, so before anyone says anything about it, please don't spoil. All I know is Alexander is like a really big role in FF9, and that's where I think that's where I got the, oh, it was introduced there. I just don't remember getting Alexander in 8, but it's entirely possible I missed it. I did play up to disc 3 of 8. It's in 7. There were a ton of it. There were a ton of summon materia in 7. Yeah. So I know Knights of the Round was 7. There are a few things of like moves and stuff that I've heard that were in 7, but I don't know if like I don't know if those were abilities or summons. Like I think Lucky Sevens was one. I don't know if that was a summon or like a random ability you could get.
Huh? What's that? Not working, you say? Huh. Maybe there's something wrong with the wiring. Welcome to the world of tomorrow. Any item you can think of.
Maybe it's broken?
Step right up, step right. Huh? It shot you? Well, that's not good for business. Wiring must be faulty or something.
Why don't you fix it?
Welcome to the world of tomorrow. Any item you can think of, just a button push away. Huh? What's that? Not working, you say? Huh. Maybe there's something wrong with the wiring.
Yeah, it's probably something for later. This is the way out. Alright, well... I think that's pretty much everything. $16 summons in FF7? Jeez. I mean, there's like 8 normal. Like regular ones, I think. 8 or 9.
I think we might have found our man. And he's a gaudy one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is why I wanted to stop here, because there's probably stuff down these paths. Like 1,200 gil. 3 of them were versions of Bahamut. Oh, good God. Insert the Machine Bridge Bahamut jokes. I think I first played 7 in 2004, so it might have been the first one I technically played from having a PC demo. Maybe. To give context of when I played FF7, it was like last year, so if you want to know how recent it was that I played it, yeah. I can't go that way. The illusion of hallways. Or that way. I like your hair.
Not so fast, buddy. Back it up. Got no need for pretty boys here.
We're looking for someone.
Let me guess. First time in Walmart, kid.
Yeah? So?
So people can't just walk through the Don's front door. Especially men.
How about me then? Can I go inside?
Maybe, but you're gonna wish you didn't.
You know Leslie? She's kind of cute. Homely, but cute.
Pot, this is Kettle.
Kinda cute's not gonna cut it.
Come on. Can't you help us out?
Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself into?
Aerith. Seriously, Les, she's not half bad. With a little work, I bet she'd clean up real nice.
Cloud, requesting permission to kill.
If you're really sure you want to join an audition, then you're gonna need to get official approval.
And who can give us that?
The trio. The only ones in town who are considered authorities on Corneo's particular tastes. First, there's Chocobo Sam. And then there's Madame M over at the massage parlor. Last but not least, there's the Honeybee Inn's Andrea Rodea. They're an eccentric bunch, to put it mildly. And you should know they don't recommend just any girl stupid enough to come knocking.
Duly noted. Thanks for the info. We'll be back soon.
Alright, so we have 3 places to go. What the heck? Is that Sam? Ah, okay, so that's the massage parlor. Got it.
Aerith, you sure about this?
If you've got any better ideas.
Not really.
So that's the way it is. Tifa's been invited into the Don's estate.
Huh?
But to earn such a privilege, you
Oh
must
my
first
lord,
win
Johnny.
the approval of one of the trio, right? Meaning, I now know what I must do to save her. Stay strong, Tifa. Help is on the way. Johnny's coming, baby.
Not the sharpest tool in the shed, is he?
Nope.
Poor Johnny. Alright, so let's go to the Honeybee Inn first. Let's go there first.
This the place?
Think so.
Let me handle this.
Johnny is just walking out of there.
And why would I do that? No, I'm coming with.
I'm not really sure that...
You're a man of many talents, but talking isn't one of them.
Alright. Vincent.
Whoa.
Oh, look at that handsome gentleman. Look at him. That top hat.
Good evening.
Oh. Hey,
Welcome to the heart and soul of Wall Market, the Honeybee Inn. Is there a honey boy or girl whose company you desire?
We're here to see Andrea Rodea.
Ah, the shining star of the Honeybee Inn. Now, are you the one who made the appointment, sir? Can I have your name?
Oh, we don't have an appointment.
I see. I'm terribly sorry, sir. An appointment is required, and the earliest available slot is 3 years from now.
3 years?
All we want is 5 minutes. He can spare that.
I need his help for the Corneo audition.
Yes, well, regardless of the circumstances, you cannot meet him without an appointment.
Is there really no other way?
It is rare, but Mr. Rodea does occasionally extend invitations to individuals who catch his eye. Otherwise, I'm sorry, but there really is nothing that can be done.
I guess that's that then. Oh well, let's try someone else.
So we need to steal someone's name.
I know why you're here. To gawk at the honey boys, right?
As if you're not here to talk to the honey boys.
Unless it's not. Okay, so that's just not a thing. Not yet. Want to check before I started looking around for it. Alright, so next we go over to the massage parlor. Yeah, I was pretty sure this was the path. So we go ask them, see if we can even get in.
I guess they're closed right now?
I guess. I guess we go talk to Sam first then.
Stupid! Crawl into a hole and die!
Not you two again. Told you once, I'll tell you 1,000 times. Got nothing for you. Now scram.
Wait, here's out. You're one of the trio, right? I want you to get me into the audition.
Huh?
Pretty please?
Why not?
Really?
Sure. Next time an audition comes around, I'll put your name in the hat.
Next time will be too late. Can't you get me into this one?
You want in now? No can do, sweetheart. Already recommended Tifa. She's got this in the bag.
How can you be so sure Corneo will pick Tifa? You never know, he might pick me.
Damn, you really do want in, don't you?
Sure do.
Then how's about we play for it? Call it, Missy. Heads or tails? Yes, right. And I'll grant you your wish. Guess wrong, and you'll leave me in peace.
Okay, let's see.
Heads.
Tails, you lose.
I have a feeling it's the opposite of whatever you choose.
Hey, don't look so glum. You're a pretty enough gal. Just not quite Corneo's cup of tea. But if only the Don will do. Try convincing one of the other two. That's why it's a trio, not just a meal. Now skedaddle.
Wait. Mind if I see that coin of yours?
Yeah.
Trick coin.
That's cheating!
And that's the Wall Market way. Lesson learned.
Still cheating.
Alright. So now the only way to do anything is to go to the massage parlor. Rigged, indeed. It's, where is it? This one, right here. And Johnny's like, give me up.
Welcome.
Oh, jeebums.
Just the two of you? Step right up. Now then, what manner of massage do you desire?
Say what?
This your first time in our establishment?
Mm-hmm.
We are a hand massage parlor. An excess of fatigue and tension can make even the simplest task a terrible strain. It is our pleasure to relieve our patrons of that tension. And what better way to seek relief than through the skilled ministrations of a professional? So now that we understand each other, what manner of massage do you desire?
We're not customers.
Then you are...
Hoping you can help us get an invite to an audition with Don...
For love of... Say another word and I'll shove this fan right down your throat. This is the last thing I need. You're young and stupid, and I suppose that means you think I'll let you off easy. So, you want what? A favor? Well, here's the thing. This is a massage parlor, a respectable establishment. But if you don't require our services, then tell me! Is there any reason I shouldn't have you dragged outside and shot for wasting my valuable time? Well... Name?
Cloud Strife.
Hand.
Huh?
Give it to me! The strong, firm hands of a fighter, yet they possess a certain elegance and grace. Okay, Cloud. Let's see what you're made of. After that, we'll talk. So, which course will it be?
Thug. I don't have enough.
Then make your way to the room in the back. And wait.
Cloud?
Well then, it should go without saying that you get what you pay for. All four fingers at once, quick and to the point.
Little rough.
I can stop at any time if it's too much to handle.
Those certainly are sounds you're making.
Try flexing the muscles. You'll feel the difference. Loose and limber. Am I right?
Actually, yeah.
How was it?
Handy.
All right, I guess.
What are you doing?
Oh, okay.
Relaxing.
Oh, we're playing his hair.
Never mind.
Think you'll make a habit of it?
I mean, I might.
Alright then. I think I've seen everything I need to see.
So,
Tell me what you want, and we'll take it from there.
I'm surprised that we're actually getting to control Aerith, so.
You're one of the trio, right? I want to get into Corneo's next audition.
And why in the world would you want to do that? Okay.
Really?
But you cannot go dressed like that.
Huh?
I could never send Corneo a candidate wearing such a plain-looking getup. Doing so would call my position as one of the trio into question.
Is something wrong with my outfit?
It's comfortable, isn't it?
Cloud the fashion critic.
Look, just take it outside the parlor, would you?
Sorry, we'll stop. So, what should I do about the outfit?
You just leave that to me. I'll put you in a dress so fabulous, you'll look like a million gil. So long as you can afford it.
How much?
What I said. But don't worry. It's obvious you can't afford a dress with that kind of price tag. So listen, I have an idea. There's an underground coliseum in this town. Up for a fight, Cloud? Good. Because I'm getting you into that arena. If you win the tournament, I'll transform Aerith into a drop-dead gorgeous beauty.
Now this is my kind of tournament.
Yes, for the person who got you in. So, what do you say?
Alright.
That's what I like to hear. You'll need this. They're already letting fighters inside. You should hurry. Run along.
We're gonna have to kick Johnny's ass. I have a feeling I know.
What have we gotten ourselves into?
Nothing good. I wouldn't expect a fair fight in this town.
Think we can win it all?
That's one thing I'm definitely sure of.
I appreciate the confidence, just don't get too cocky, okay?
Alright. Let's see, where are we going? Yeah, okay, there's that door we couldn't get in.
Think you're too good for my class? The doors are now open for tonight's
Please enter from the right and contend from the left.
Here we go. Alright, where is he? Where's Johnny?
What's this? You're here to compete? I hope you know you're cutting it really close. So, the two of you are a team?
Team? No, it's just me.
Yes, the two of us are a team. I need to get into that audition, but I won't let anyone else fight my battles for me. That includes you, mister.
Alright. Team it is. Head to the waiting area down below.
Alright, here we go.
Down, down, down we go. So, how deep does this thing go, you think? I wonder how many people are fighting.
Aerith, you're trying so hard.
Hey, you're not nervous, are you?
Nope.
Really? You're even more quiet than usual.
Just trying to focus. Like you should.
Hey, lovebirds, over here.
In the city that never sleeps, in the paradise of debauchery and sin, the pain and pleasure, where your every desire can be indulged for the right price. Walmart, to you esteemed connoisseurs of chaos and bloodshed, we bid you the warmest of welcomes. Are you sitting comfortably? For tonight, the most crucial spectacle anywhere in Walmart or beyond shall be yours to witness, here in the Corneo Coliseum! Tonight's grand prize is no less than 1 million gil, and there's only one way to get it. Brutalize your opponents, thoroughly and utterly, viciously, without mercy, until they vomit blood. Only the most ruthless fighters, the savages still standing here at the end, shall claim the gil and the glory. And now, the long-awaited event event in which the Bloodstone Beast will battle for your amusement in the corner! Warriors of every shape and size will fight to the death before your very eyes in tonight's Corneo Cup!
That was a spectacle.
Wow, this place is really something.
Yes, we go in here. Alright, what you got? I think pretty much our setup is going to be this. But here we go.
You two, wait here until it's time.
I guess. Do we just rest on the bench? See what happens if I do this. Or do we have to actually wait?
You two, wait here until it's time.
Hey, guess what? It's Johnny.
Oh, you again.
Ouch, what happened to your face?
Just needed a little scratch, you know? So I signed up for the preliminaries, and, well, I hope you guys realize what you're getting into. I don't want to scare you, but if you can make a run for it, you should.
Cloud and Aerith, your match will begin shortly. Please make your way to the gate.
Alright, here we go.
You're in way too deep to back out now.
Besides, we got that Healy magic.
You two ready? Try not to get yourselves killed.
Alright, we'll see how I do in this one. If I need to grind a little bit, then I can reload the save.
For our next match, we welcome two fighters, a young couple no less. Talking about a bad day? This is their first tournament, the bad first date, and most likely their last, inexperienced as they are. Or are they? Give it up for Cloud and Aerith!
Aerith's mom's gonna have a fucking fit.
Couple, get out of here with that lovey-dovey bullshit. What's up with the pole? Gonna do a little dance for us, baby girl?
Okay, now I'm mad.
Zero, one of Wall Market's own, a renowned master of beasts. Will his pet make a meal of our two challengers?
Of course, it's a mob fight.
Have already been given their appetizer. Their hunger for flesh and fear is unquenchable. The demon dogs of hell, the sanguine stalkers!
You brought animals?
Oh? First timers, huh? There's no rule that says you gotta fight man to man.
We're in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen. Who will prevail in this brutal contest between man and beast? This could be over in an instant, so don't even blink. Without further ado, the fourth match of the first round begins now.
All right. Try me.
Supposedly I should be able to assess all at the same time, but I don't know how I would do that. Or is it just one thing? Fire, ice,
Pay attention. Here we go. I see you. All right. No holding back. Get ready. Enough.
Stay back.
Shit.
Get him.
Chill.
Enjoy the ride.
Can you believe it? I don't think anyone saw this coming! What a completely unexpected turn of events! And the winners of our match are Cloud and Aaron!
7 wins, 1 loss. We beat him. Easy.
Well, that's one win down. Go team. What's wrong?
The rules don't make sense.
Yeah, true. But maybe it'll be better in the next match?
Nah, wouldn't bet on it. Better to expect the worst.
Alright. Oh. Flowers? Alright.
And Aaron, your match will begin shortly. Please make your way to the gate.
That's what they call beginner's luck. But the next match won't be so easy. Ready to rock?
We'll see.
Just remember, try not to die.
For the second match in our spectacular semifinals, fresh from their first date with death, I present the Lucky Couple! We're like unlucky for the rest of us! Give it up once again for Cloud and Aaron!
Couple my ass! What the hell you two trying to pull? You assholes cost me a fortune!
Yeah!
That's your fault, buddy, not ours.
Thieves and killers through and through!
Is it the group? Is it them?
Too criminal for common criminals! The worst!
Please tell me it's the trio.
Ladies and gentlemen, check your pockets, because they may have already robbed you blind! The most contemptible sons of bitches in town of August! Bex Benefits!
Hey, it's those guys.
And who are these unscrupulous-looking gentlemen? It would seem that there were actually 8 members of Beck's Badasses.
Hey, that's cheating.
The only rule here is that there are no rules. Yeah! If Corneo says it's okay, you gotta suck it up.
Did not have Brandon in the approval!
This is ridiculous.
The odds are overwhelmingly stacked against this.
No, they're not.
Real bloodbath. So I implore you, ladies and gentlemen, don't look away, or you may miss the best part. The second match of the Corneo Cup semifinals begins now.
Get ready.
I'll take care of them. I'm backing
the heat up! For a show?
It's your turn.
Let's do this.
Go on.
Allow me.
Alright, so they're all doing the same stuff.
No holding back. Let's do this.
Get him.
Unfreaking believable! What the hell did I just see?
Got him.
It was 2 against, I don't remember how many exactly, but a lot. But somehow the winners of our match are... Once again, Cloud and Aaron!
I just saw a bunch of flowers over there.
That kid's really something.
Well, of course he is. I did give him a massage, you know. His palm told quite the tale. He's cheated death more than a few times.
So is half the people in this town. Anyway, we're both still alive. Call it.
There you go again. One of these days, your luck is going to run out.
I love they're not showing us who Andrea is.
Fall from grace. Maybe I'll land in your part of the once more.
That is one mistake I will never repeat.
You kind of see him there.
You gotta admit, Andy, the way he moves is totally amazing. Andy!
Next up, the big finale.
Yeah,
What do you want,
I thought you'd
Vaughn?
be happier.
just thinking about what we might face next.
But you know, we've made it
I don't
this
know why
far.
it's got to give me
I'm sure we
multiple
can
like
handle
notifications of like
anything
something
they
on
throw
your
at
list is on sale. Just give it to me all at once.
Cloud and Aerith. The final match will begin shortly.
All right. So what do we got for the final one?
Please make your way to the gate.
Oh.
Not bad, not bad. Man, you proved me wrong. You guys are pretty good. It's the final match. You good to go?
Yeah, here we go.
A lot of money riding on you two. Win it for me.
I mean, you're gonna win it for us, for all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, our time together is almost over. Tonight's thrilling Tornado Cup, filled with unprecedented upsets and drama, has only one match to go! We know. We're just as disappointed as you are. But ladies and gentlemen, all good things must come to an end. So let's celebrate by getting so damn loud, they'll hear us up on the plate! Yeah! Come on! Once more, the sweethearts who've surprised us with upset after spectacular upset. The power couple with the boundless love for bloodshed. The champions of Madam M, Cloud and Aaron!
I forgot I had this thing. Yo, OP. Thanks for that 33,000 or 33 bits, not 33,000, 33 hundo. No, the extra zero was not on there.
Come on now! Come on, you can do better than that! And now, 5-time winners of the Corneo
I really probably should find a better alert than that, but that is a surprise to hear.
The deathly duo that takes out the trash with a vengeance! The Electric Executioners, Chocobo Sam's champions, Cuddy and Sleepy! Come on!
Oh, jeez.
Robots?
More like Shinra armor.
More like cheating.
Who will walk away with the 1 million guild prize? Get ready for a fight guaranteed to go down in history!
Alright, here we go.
The final match of the Corneo Cup begins now!
Go on!
Buzz off! Calling lightning!
Go on!
Let's do this.
This one's for you! One more shot! Go on!
Easy.
I can't believe it! And the winners of the Corneo Cup, the deadly and dynamic duo, Cloud!
I feel like how this eventually becomes MMA versus battle bots.
My condolences. Oh, you're taking this rather well. I was looking forward to a little temper tantrum.
You bet it all on a toss. Sometimes you get burned by Lady Luck. Every coin has two sides.
You're right, of course, even if they are both the same.
Later.
And now, I believe I have a prize to collect.
Sorry. The madam will have to wait. The Don's demanding that we tack on one more match, it seems.
What?
If they win out, then you get paid in full.
Now hold on just a goddamn minute.
His call, not mine.
Now that that's over, we can go save Tifa.
So we'll head back to Madame M's, get you changed, and then it's off to Corneo's.
Right.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but you still have one fight left.
What do you mean?
The crowd loved your show a little too much. People were placing hefty bets, much heftier than you can possibly imagine. Corneo is going to milk this for as much as he can.
Oh no, not the bets.
You face and defeat Corneo's fighter of choice, and only then will you be declared winners of the tournament.
Hey, that wasn't the deal.
Don't you think I know that? Ah! You greedy bastard! Scum-sucking piece of shit-festering asshole!
Yeah, that's about right.
That's the way it is. Corneo's the one who makes the rules around here. But if you win this match, Corneo will have to accept your victory. And the crowd will make sure he does.
So this is the last one?
I sure hope so.
It's like, Aerith, it's like, come on, like, if anyone is more upset about this deal, like, this tournament, that fight not being the last one, it's Madam M. That's a million gil. Alright.
Watching you guys fight gave me goosebumps. Hope your next match is even better than the last. Ready to kick ass?
Alright, here we go.
It's not even about the money anymore, man. I just want you guys to win it all.
This gatekeeper's
Show
a
'em what
bro.
you got.
It's like, I don't even care about money, man. Just win. I want to watch you win.
Like no other. And we shared your
Go win her that money. Hey, we got a dress writing on
that
this.
it was coming to an end. But nobody felt it more keenly than one time.
That, and I gotta make sure OP's cheer is worth it. I can't possibly disappoint the fans.
Will be this evening's leading lights, the dynamic duo that has crushed all competition thus far, Cloud and Aerith!
Wow, this tune sure has changed.
Their opponent, buried in the bowels of the Coliseum. An unspeakable horror, long imprisoned, set
It's a
free
behemoth.
tonight for your
Oh, fuck.
entertainment. The secret star of Don Corneo's stellar stable.
Oh no, it can't possibly be Fat Chocobo. Is it literally just Baba Yaga's house?
It's just a house.
That's no ordinary house.
The manifestation of pure evil versus the most badass couple this side of Midgar. Have you ever seen a fight more incredible, more epic? You have not. No, sir, you have not. They'll be singing songs about tonight for generations to come. Keep your eyes glued to the action, ladies and gentlemen. The Cup's final battle begins now. Oh, the battle is joined.
Chairs salvo. It's literally launching chairs.
The meanest of the mean. But can they handle the horror of the hellhound? Too bad.
It shifts barriers, hit up with the opposing elements such as ice to fire or lightning to wind.
Who will come out on top? Strap yourselves in, folks, 'cause this show is only getting started.
Bundle up. I'm waiting.
Oh, that had to hurt. Damn it, you already found this house's major design flaw? That color is a dead giveaway. The architect must have had one too many when he designed this thing.
We don't have fire. Oh jeez.
Wait.
It's almost disappointing.
No, not yet.
Am I gonna lose out on Stagger because of this?
Ladies and gentlemen,
not shifted barriers yet. Don Corneo's secret weapon, a monster in the form of a house. No one knows how it was built. Nope.
So it's my turn? Get him! Stay strong, okay?
For another round of using the tag.
What?
Another barrage of chaos coming in hot, folks. Will this turn the tide against them?
Uh-oh.
Ground is taken. Answer. I bet he's not going to be standing for much longer.
Alright, so we're gonna have to summon something. Let's go ahead and summon Ifrit.
Duty calls.
We have special gas that wants to kick things up a notch, but don't get too close. You can't handle his heat. Feel that raging fire. What do you think, folks? Can the Hell House weather the inferno?
Alright, dang it.
Here goes. Can you take over for me?
Courageous contender! But from the looks of it, they had a pretty wild time in there.
Take the lead.
I'm coming. Just go away.
This house only party is putting their love to the test. Are they strong enough to pull through? Oh, the raging fires of hell leave nothing but ash and cinder.
Alright. Jeez.
Where these chairs come from? Who do they belong to? Who needs all those chairs? I have so many questions.
Go on. You jittery?
The barrier's still holding. Does our dynamic duo have what it takes to defeat the security of this high
I'll take that. That's it. It's your turn.
Taking over.
Ouch! That's gotta hurt. Aaron gets a double dose of neighborly hatred.
Keep it together.
Here goes.
What is going on in there? Only time will tell, but I'm not sure we want to know. This is gross, though. A contagious weird cloud.
Get him!
Will this be the end to our great living face of evil?
I better not lose that. I'm gonna be so upset if I do. God damn it! Oh no, it's Heaven's Word!
Stay strong, okay?
It's the critically acclaimed expansion for FF14. Not as a free trial.
switcheroo? As usual, the Hell House is up to no good!
Hang back.
Banging it impact! The Hell House is absolutely tearing it up tonight!
Take the lead.
I'll show you what I can do.
Because a storm is brewing on the horizon!
Alright, hold on. Let's get some fire. Damn.
This one's for you! Len, why don't you lead the way?
It's on you.
I'll take care of him. And catch!
If you want to know what's in the box, you'll just have to open it up and see!
The box?
You can do it! Hey!
It's fireworks.
Hell House isn't afraid to play dirty!
Don't overdo it.
I'm coming!
Oh, okay.
Go on! I won't let you down.
I see how to do this.
The fortunes of these a heroic move by Erin as she provides support for her partner. Savor that healing wind.
One more shot!
Let it wash over you, restore you inside and out.
Finally figured out the boss fight. Now it's not letting me have the time to do it.
This house has had enough of the neighborhood riffraff. Now that had to hurt, folks. Are these moves even legal?
Watch out for high winds! Tagging out!
Let's do this.
These missiles are serious.
Get him!
Only the Hell House looking for the shot party.
Keep it together.
So it's my turn?
Someone's getting chewed up, but will the Hell House be kind enough to spit him back out?
My turn.
There it is, back in the action, but not for long. Our lovely lady is bound for the count.
You okay? No holding back. Try it.
They're going hard at the house, but they'll have to do better than that if they want to raise this house. Their attacks sure seem to lack a touch.
Deal with that.
Here goes! This one's for you! There! Go on! And catch! One more shot! That's it!
House has spread its wings and taken flight.
This one's for you!
So, Thunderbolts!
Stay strong, okay?
The Hell House has raised a new and improved barrier. Owl Cloud and Elephant Bond.
Lend me your strength.
It's not giving me many openings. Every time I get to do damage, it's just like, bleh.
Go on!
This is what I mean. It's just like, it's not giving me that much of an opportunity to do anything. And then it does that again. I guess it wants me to try and cast spells that I don't really have the MP for.
Buzz off.
Can I target the arm? That's clearly there?
Oh man! Did anyone get the number of that out?
Go on! One more shot!
Oh my god!
Can you take over for me?
Now that is the price we pay for daring to get in the way of true love!
One more shot! I'll take care of you.
You got on the wrong side of this house! Damn on purple dome! The hellhouse is about to stick the landing! Watch out, or you'll be squashed! The hellhouse isn't afraid to fight dirty! Keep it together.
Here goes.
We've got a live one here! Be afraid! Be very afraid!
You'll be blown away.
What are you weak to right now? Because I probably don't have it.
You've got this.
Taking over the light climax, but has our power couple done enough to take home the cup? Let's do this. This could end at any moment. Need to use the bathroom. Suck it up.
Ow.
No, go on. That's gonna cut it.
So it's my turn? Too bright? It's your turn.
My turn. Don't look away! Don't blink! I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. Can you feel the dance, love? Because I can't. Talk about that, man. Gotta love it.
Ah, the arm literally popped out for a second before it started to Heavensward again. Also, if I had known I would have wasted the stagger, I wouldn't have gone for it. That's the most frustrating part of this, is I had a whole stagger that is just gone.
Take home the championship!
You obtained a Mr. Cuddlesworth. I managed it though, with only one KO.
We did it.
And the winners and champions, Cloud and Aerith!
That boy.
Awfully rare you showing an interest in someone. What will you do?
That was a bit rougher than I anticipated.
There you are. I've been looking for you two. So Madam M wanted me to give you a message. She says you guys did pretty damn good, and that you should swing by her shop when you're done here. Got it? I was also hoping you might be interested in a few more matches here at the Coliseum. Big events like the Corneo Cup are pretty sporadic, but there's always action if you want to get a piece.
The Corneo Coliseum is the venue for ferocious arena battles that take place day and night. When you want to fight a battle, head to the basement and talk to the staff. Items cannot be used during battle, but HP and MP are slightly restored after each fight. Items cannot be stolen from your opponents. Interesting. So this is your actual, like, Kingdom Hearts style tournament mode. With the exception of no items. Are these like the different tournaments or something? They're throwing confetti for us. Yeah. Did they? And I'm pretty sure I probably get a chance to go do those later as well. I would hope so at any rate. I have a feeling if I keep going, I'm gonna get into like another big section. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna call it here. Thanks everyone for coming out. We're gonna see if we can't find someone to raid. Because I like raiding and I haven't been able to the last few times because no one's alive when I do it. You know what? You know who we should raid? Who I don't get to raid that often? One Mr. Blue. So you guys should go participate in the raid and go say hi. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow, but I'm hoping to. He did? He did just end? Heckin' darn. Well, who do we got then? No one. Again. You know what? If you like D&D, I can send you over to Lanny. Lanny's pretty good. do a small raid, give Lanny some love, doing some D&D, and I'm going to be stepping out right after I get in because I need to catch up on his. But take care, everyone. Have a great night. I'll see you next time I stream.